Congratulations, graduating class of 2014. I am honored to be here. Now, you are probably going to forget most of the advice you get this week. I figure I have a better chance of doing some real good if I give you a single specific bit of practical advice that has served me well throughout my 210. So members of class of 2014, remember this, if you remember anything. Do not fiddle with your keys over a grating. Do not fiddle with your keys while walking on a bridge or a balcony or anything like that, but especially something with slats or openings such as characterize a grating. Don't mess with your keys near a sewer or overlooking a lake. Now, maybe these situations will be rare, but the grating scenario you will find is not rare at all, but as commonplace as sand itself. Could be your house keys. Could be your car keys. Could be keys to some storage unit. Why, I suppose it even could be keys to a ski-mobile. But do not jangle and toss around your keys while you're over anything that could be described by a fair-minded individual as a grating. Your keys are a sacred trust. Please keep them away. From gratings. Dance like no one is watching, sing like no one is listening, love like you've never been hurt, and like a goddamn retard. This is a saying I made up. There are a lot of ships that are very valuable, right? Like you probably think a golden ship was valuable, right?
This was already a terrible saying. This is
No, a solid gold ship.
Yes, okay. There are a lot of ships out there.
You would think a solid gold ship would be very valuable, or a solid platinum ship.
Yes.
A ship made only of diamonds. I don't know if it would float. I don't know. But, you would think that would be your most valuable ship. But you know what, sir? It is not. You know what your most valuable ship is?
What is that?
Friendship. Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. College freshman Scott Damerow, Larry, set a new world record by using his head to bust 142 eggs, and he now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of fucking retards.
So when you grew up, I mean, what was the story in terms of, you say your dad gave you a joke book, but were you got along with your folks and everything?
Oh, yeah. When I was very young, I was very, very, very shy and very afraid of everything. I mean, people say they're shy when they're kids, but I was like, it was a pathology.
Aren't you still afraid of everything? I am. I mean, I try to hide it and deal with it, but on a day-to-day basis, I get mustered.
No, I'm not afraid of everything. I'm afraid of very few things.
Like what?
Illness, death.
Yeah. How'd you get peace of mind out of the other?
Well, when I was this is a weird thing that happened to me when I was young.
Yeah.
I don't know if this means anything.
Let's try it.
I remember it, but it was a moment I had that was it wasn't religious or epinaphic or anything, but it transformed me to some degree. Is that I was fucking so afraid of everything, and if I went to a store, I'd have to walk around forever before I could even face a person in the store to buy a pack of gum. I don't know why the fuck I was like this.
Yeah.
But anyways, when I was 9. There was we lived in rural Ontario, and there was a blind friend of my dad's that I had to, he said, take him to the store. And I was like, what the like I have to take this blind and I'm already shy and so I'm taking him to the store, and then the fucker wants me to explain everything, describe everything. to him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's some grass over here, and now there's a lamppost, and this guy's all happy. Oh, what about the lamppost? I mean, it's just a lamppost.
Yeah.
So it goes on and on, but something happened to me it sounds bizarre, but something happened to me where I was actually, instead of always looking inward, which I think I'd always done before that one time, I was looking outward. Anyways, while I was talking to him, I suddenly had a sort of a hysteria, like I was laughing. I started laughing and stuff. And I don't even know why I'm remembering this, but I started laughing about everything. And everything seemed like very, very funny to me. And then a couple of weeks later, I saw a homeless guy, and he was talking about, he started talking to me.
Yeah.
And he was talking to me about John D. Rockefeller. He's like, I was at John D. Rockefeller's funeral.
Yeah.
And all this.
Yeah.
And I was laughing at him. And then he started laughing. And I was like, it's all crazy. Like something came to me.
Yeah.
Where I started. And so now I find everything funny except like real serious. Like I have no fear of going on stage or anything, but death.
Right.
And so, but the other thing but the problem with laughing is I will get, it will build to a hysteria sometimes that I have to, crank a couple of benzos to prevent a panic attack.
Really?
Yeah, I can get
You
panic
can laugh
attacks.
yourself into an anxiety attack?
Absolutely, yeah. I start laughing and then it gets out of control, like hysterical. It's and I still have extreme sensitivity to things. Like I can not to life things, but to like literature or art or something like that. I have incredible sensitivity. I kind of have to stay away from it.
Like what's an example? Like a painting or a...
Yeah, paintings. Like I don't know anything about art, nothing at all.
Really?
But I have had experiences that have been so hard on me. Like one time I was in New York and somebody dragged me to an art museum, which I hate art.
Yeah.
And I was looking at this picture, this girl, and I was like falling in love with her. She was so beautiful, this girl in this picture.
Yeah.
And then a guide was telling me the thing was written, drawn in the 16th century. Obviously, this lady was dead, long dead. And here I am in love with her.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it was like so hard on me for so many days. So I try not to. It sounds crazy, right?
Not really.
But I can be very...
it sounds like that's a very good painting.
It was an incredible painting. But like, it would make me cry. I didn't cry at my dad's funeral, though. Like, real life stuff seems so prosaic to me that it never really touches me much.
So you have a sensitivity towards... Well, I mean, that's what art's supposed to do on some level.
I guess for people like me that can't access feelings or something, it gets me.